Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So I got asked to draw, uh, to draw on pastel paper. Now, pastel paper is you can buy it in a pad. I'm sure there's different ways. I'm not that versed on it. I do have it because I have pan pastels, and I do enjoy, using this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it's textured on both sides. Let me show you what I mean. I will take a pencil and just rub it and then schmooze it. So maybe you could see the texture on there. It's kind of hard with the lighting, but it is textured. So let's start drawing. Now, normally, I just love to kind of scan out what I'm going to do. I love doing odd girls. This might end up an odd girl, who knows? And if you're not familiar with odd girls, I have tons of them on my channel. I will link a couple at the end of the video, where you can go watch different kinds. I've been doing these for quite a while, and the basis of them is a lot of people get nervous drawing faces, and they feel like, is my camera crooked? Oh no. They feel as if them drawing a face, they don't do a very good job, or they're insecure in doing that. So I started doing these odd girls, and I do them for myself as well, because having RA and fibro and whatnot, sometimes my brain is not firing on all cylinders all the time, and sometimes it's hard. So I get a lot of people, some people get that they don't understand what an odd girl is, and they leave me nasty comments, whatever. Try this if you are nervous to draw a face, or you want to draw a face, but you don't want to have to be so hung up on measurements. Now, I have these are wonderful. Obviously you can see, you can draw circles and that kind of thing. Sometimes I love using these to start out for the odd girl, and I'm going to do the bigger circle, I believe, which is this side. And all I'm going to do is draw a circle there. That's going to be an eyeball. Now you can take your acrylic paint and put that there, and trace around it. You can use anything that you have. I have a thing of yarn, or not yarn, what is it called? Thread. And you can, kind of just follow it around the best you can. No, you can see, what the heck is that? Let me move in a little bit more. I think I'm going to do, let me see if I can get this a little darker, the exposure down maybe. That's not good. There we go. Yeah. That will do it. Okay, it looks better. I'll just have to remember to check it when I do, when I go do it again. So you can see they're obviously different sizes. So then I'll just kind of, do you have to do this? No, you can just go and draw 2 circles, which I've done many times. Like I said, if you go check out other videos, you will see I like to do it different ways. So this is kind of going to be a big difference. And then I'm going to just kind of, I like them hanging off the face. You don't have to hang them off the face, but I'll kind of do that. And then, this is probably boring for those of you who already have seen me do this a million times. And then I'll go here and I will add, I just kind of go for the easy nose, but you can definitely do what you want. And as you can see, I'm not worrying, And then I'm going to go under here for the lips. Now, lips bother people. They get nervous with lips, So you can do this several ways. Let me turn this over. If you want to do lips, you can, let's say our nose is here. You can definitely, I'm having a really hard time seeing today. I apologize. My eyes are a mess. Having those health issues that really, they just interact with everything, don't they? Okay, so I will go under, and you can do, if you want to do it as even as you want, take it down like that through the nose, and go and put light circles on both sides like this. Now remember, lips don't have to be all the way perfect, or the same. You can use your circle template if you have it, and use the smallest or close to the circle that, oh my God, Kelly, the circle that you have, and just kind of go in. God, what a day today already. We woke up. My one cat's passing on, which Alice, and she's my gray one. We've rescued, long story short, we have rescued animals for, gosh, over 20 years, and I started taking in animals with, not HIV, with leukemia, because I don't like them dying and be put to sleep without knowing love and all. Anyway, whole other video if you want any information on animals or my history with animals or rescuing, you can leave me downstairs. Leave me downstairs in the comments, and I'll do another separate video on them. Anyway, she's passing on, so it's just, that's how our day started, and it has just went to hell in a handbasket from there. So you have your two circles, and then what you want to do is one circle, like an oval. This is how I like to do it. Okay, and you see how you got that? Like that. And you can see my, I go upwards. There we go. And then what I will do is, this is going to be my line going in here. And that can be your lip dip if you want it to be. And then I just go in and I erase this line in the middle. And then I will connect right here. I will go the top and I will connect it here. Same thing. Go off the top, connect it here. And then connect it going here. You see how it's doing? And then I will erase these outer lines. And it makes lips. And then you can go back. You can see there's two different ways I have it. I have this where I've come in off the line and brought it down. And then I have this where I kind of left that where it's at. Depends on what kind of lips you want. But again, you just kind of follow that. You go out and you bring it down, and then you will erase this bottom. And then, of course, you always can fuss around, make this rounder, make it, whatever way you want. I have it a little bit more structured here. This one's a little more in. So it depends on what you want. Okay. So on here, I'm just going for it. I'm going to put a line going across as even as I can. I don't do things very even. And then I like to just kind of follow the nose a bit and then bring it like that. And then go out and then in. Out and then in. And erase any extra little lines, or if you want to fix it a little bit more. I can see mine's going uphill. Oh God, I'm so horrible with that. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do on here right now. And just give her little lips. Like I said, odd girl. And then I'll go in with some eyes. So I'm going to do this. What I like to do is the opposite. So I will do, this is a big eye, but I'll do like a small eyelid. And then this is a smaller eye, and I'll do a bigger eyelid. Do you know what I'm saying? And then on here, I'm not even going to use just going to draw an eye. And then draw an eye. Now, here's the thing. If this bothers you and it's too big, go in with an eraser. Look how fun. Maybe you're like, you know what? I don't want it that big. You don't have to make it that big. You make it whatever way you want. But I will make it a tad bit smaller. And I won't even make the eye. Here. Won't even worry about that. So then we have our eye where we will color, and the outside's white. And then you can go in with your pupil. just like that. And I like to add, you can do like, add a little bit of red for cheeks, pink, whatever. We can make her nose go up, you know, if you want to a little bit. I think I'm going to leave that off. And then for the neck, you can do a thicker neck. You can do, sometimes I like to do just a thin neck like that. And then going down, I will, because it kind of looks like she's looking that way a little bit. So you definitely can, you know, play with that. I'm just going to do a neck here. And then I like to just take it down as a dress. I'll just say. And you can, like I said, play, you know, with whatever way you want to do it. Then you can decorate this, you can stamp inside of it, do whatever you want. And then I like to figure out what kind of hair I like. Now, one of the things I love to do is take string or yarn and, you know, kind of glue it on and then give her different hair. You can color these different colors. Let me grab, let's see. I will do green. And let's do a blue, just to play around. I will go in and do one eye blue. And these are great to cut out and put onto canvases or to do in your art journal. On top, maybe you did a background. So these are just Faber-Castell artist pens. These are the thicker ones, but you definitely can use anything, colored pencils, distress markers. Now before these dry, I'm going to go in with just a little bit of water on a paintbrush and touch, and you're going to see it's going to lift up some of that green. Just to give it some. Now these dry permanent, but they're workable while they're wet. So that's why I do love these Faber-Castells. If you ever get a chance to get them. Blitzy has them on sale. I keep looking at them to get more because I love them. But I don't use them as often as I want because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose all the ink and then not have them anymore because I'm just so, that's just what I'm like. Let me show you the eye. See how we kind of gave it a little bit more dimension so it's not just green. And you can do that with the blue as well. Now this might be too dry already because yeah, he's already dry, but that's okay. I'll just kind of pat it around. I can always go on top of it more if I want, but I'm good with that. So make sure you rinse your brush if you do anything like that. You can use a Q-tip. You can use, you know, whatever you want. You don't always have to use the same thing. So I'm going to go and I'm going to trace her nose. Now you can erase. If I got asked this the other day. Look, this is how I erase. I should grab my eraser. When I say only leave a little bit on there, I gotta use my eraser. I don't want to use all my pencil, my mechanical pencil eraser. And you're gonna see you get just a faint left, enough that you can barely see. And you also can draw with these. You don't have to necessarily use pencil, but I am gonna go in and draw. And I'm gonna do the same with the top of the head and the bottom of the head and the neck. And then I'll get the eyes. I don't want to draw this in black today. Sometimes I do. It depends. Oh, good thing I don't have the camera too close to me because the shirt was way down. That's attractive. All right, so I'm gonna go in here. And again, you don't have to be perfect. You just do whatever you want. Gonna do like that. And here's what's gonna happen if I go over this. While the pencil's still under there, you're gonna see it. Now, obviously, I'm not caring right here. And I'm not caring how, how much I hit that circle. I like them circly because it just looks, I don't know, I like the way it looks, but I like the way that looks when it's icky too, so it doesn't necessarily always matter. I am going to go in with black around those eyes though. And black, is that black? No, that's gray. What color do I want to color in? I think I'm going to do the lips that color. I think I'm going to go in. Will this gray be dark enough to? No. I thought maybe I can. I just want to kind of get that. Now here's what you're going to see, because this is pastel paper. If you're using it, the more you use water, any water on it, whether it's a marker, paint, it doesn't matter. It's going to start pilling. Do you know what I mean? It's like as if you use printer paper. It's going to pill. Is it the biggest deal in the world? No, it's not. But I necessarily don't want that. So I got to be careful about me going over it over and over and over because I'm using the marker. But you can see I just want to kind of do that. No, I don't know if I want gray in there. Maybe I want pink. Let's do a little pink. Oh, what's a bright pink? So I'm going to do this one eye at a time, and I'm going to show you. It's very wet going down. Okay, and that's going to be her, obviously her eyeshadow, but I'm going to go in with my wet brush, and I'm going to take, I want some of this taken away from the middle. And maybe I'll just do both sides. I'm going to dab that off and dab it off again because I want it dry, because I want to go in and pick up as much of that water that I put in there. And let's go in here. I'm making fajitas for dinner. I can smell, or quesadillas. I call them fajitas just because I don't even know why. But quesadillas, I guess, is a better thing. And I have my chicken in cooking. And it's smelling good at 11:30. All right, I'm just going to kind of blend it a little bit by doing this. All right. Okay. So you see, kind of like that. Now I can go back and put glitter or whatever in the middle, but I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to go in here. And then color this in. And I'm not going to bother wet in the middle or doing any of that kind of thing. I will go back in with a dark color, maybe black, to line. To make a little, here we go. I don't know how many of you guys like to read, but Emily, my daughter, has a channel and she does her book reviews there as well as makeup. And she went to the used bookstore. They love her. They love the used bookstore, the thrift store. And she got a bunch of books. And I know she did a haul on them. If you're interested in reading or knowing what, books, what they're, what some of the good ones are that she thinks, I'm going to link her at the end of the video. You'll see her pretty little face at the end. All you got to do is click it. It'll take you there. Subscribe if you like, because she is going to be doing book reviews and that kind of thing. So that's that. I even watch her book reviews. She's my kid. But I love book reviews. I love books. I can't help it. Anyway. So now is when you can decide about painting. You can always paint ahead of time before you do all that. But I'm just going to go in with a wet brush. And you can go in here and use watercolor. You can use whatever you want. Just be mindful. I'm going to wet my brush a little bit with this. just be mindful of how wet you have it and how much you go over it. Now these are big features, so for me it doesn't matter. I will go in and paint, because I'll just go in with my markers when it's done, because I am using the Faber-Castell. They'll go over the acrylic paint when it's dry, and then I can, you know, spot out the features a little bit more. And if you're even extra, that's my daughter. She's out there working today. She's delivering for Grubhub. So if you're in my area, well, no, she's doing Medford. I'm in South Jersey. She's doing Medford, Marlton, Cherry Hill, and Voorhees, I think she delivers for. The Grubhub. And that you can order from a list of restaurants. And she has really good ones down there. She doesn't order in my, deliver in my area, which, now you can see that was still wet and that leaked. And you're going to get, I'll show you before I do the eye. If your ink is not dry, I'll show you what it's going to do. But she's an odd girl. Maybe she has funkiness. I have, gosh, as I'm getting older, I got those sunspots because I used to lay out, I guess. My skin, my pores all of a sudden have gotten bigger. I don't know what the heck's going on with me anymore. Okay. So I got her pretty good there. Pretty good. Okay. So that's all I'm going to do for that. And let me show you. Because there's so much texture in the paper, can you see the green eye, how it's kind of running? Or the red lips on the bottom, it's kind of running. Yeah, it's kind of going all that texture, which, you know, what are you going to do? I'm going to dry this real quick. I mean, it has texture. That's the kind of paper a pastel paper is. Does it mean you can't use it? Of course you can use it. Okay. Leave it dry. Now I'll go over the things, you know, when I'm done with the, once that's perfectly dry. And this is black in the Pitt pen. But you can see, like I said, no matter what you use, whether it's paint or the markers, it's going to run. I'm just going to go in and color it in. As the pupil. Like that. And go back in with the Faber-Castell. This color is sanguine. I don't know. It's a burnt orange. But obviously you can use whatever. Light brown, brown. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go back in here and just touch up around here where I hit it with the paint and kind of outline it. Okay. And then take this again and go over the eye area here. If you want, you don't have to. I like it. I was going to do it in black, but I like it like that. Now, I'm not going to do it at the moment, but I would probably take a little bit of white or maybe even my white gel pen and just touch it. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll give that a second to dry, though. And then I'll go here. Now, you're going to see I did not draw anything on the top. I was going to, and then I decided, nah, because obviously, let's do it like that. Hair's going to go there. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use paint because I'm not going to like waste my ink of my markers, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's how I feel, but you can definitely do with any kind of marker. And I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do light and dark. like a fuchsia and a pink. So first I'm going to go with some, I'm going to shake it first, obviously, because I can hear it. Okay. And the lid won't come off. So that means I'm going to have to squirt it. Come on. You know how that's going to go, right? I'm going to squirt and it's not going to come out. And all of a sudden it's going to be like, phew. All right, so I'm going to use my brush. I'm going to just dab it off. I don't need it completely dry. Go in on both sides. Make sure you dry this part of your brush because then you'll have a big water droplet. And, you know, I just kind of do my thing. You can make it curly, wavy, whatever you want. And a little bit of water because it's dragon. She said dragon, like dragon on Game of Thrones. I see people are going nuts because somebody walked with a play dragon or something in a modeling thing or something. I don't know what the heck it was. So that's on my mind. Not important at all. So many other important things in this world going on, and I'm like, yeah, they had a fake dragon. Which then in my mind goes to Game of Thrones, which then I don't even know. All right, so I'm going to take this close to the face. You can go over the face. I've done that a million times. Your hair is going to lay down here, but it's going to be darker, remember? So that's where we'll put a darker, but I'll just lay almost like putting it down here almost like a gesso, you know? Okay, a little bit more. Same with this. Tell you, it really stinks when your animals die. Ugh, I hate it. What stinks worse is when your child dies. I know people are going to write me, not knowing that I did have a child die, but you know, people be like, "Oh, you should have a child die. Worry about your pet." Yeah, I all of them. I don't like any of them, PSN. Just makes me sick. These past couple months, this beginning of the year has not been friendly. Let's just say that. Not completely friendly. I'm waiting for that New Year vibe to kick in. Maybe March will be better. I don't know. Okay, so you see I got that. No, I don't have eyelids. I mean eyelids. I don't have eyebrows right now, but I will when I use the darker. And I'm going to go in with the darker. This is Sugar Plum. It's like a purpley. Hopefully I can get out the cap on this one. This is how I like to paint. I give it a shake and then I like to use what goes into the cap. Wasn't much in there, so this is a little thicker of a paint, as you can see. I'll just lay it here because the cap isn't being friendly. And I like, this is a round brush, so I'll just kind of roll it to get a little bit of a point to have it all down. And then kind of just give her wisps so it kind of looks like you know, she has the dark in with the light. Just kind of blend it. Up in there for a little bit of a part. And the water will help keep it a little bit wet a little bit longer. But nothing like your pencil, your paintbrush falling apart. I hate it because I use certain paintbrushes till they're like beat to nothing. You know, like all the stuff comes off. I get favorite ones and then this is what happens. Okay. Go down this way. Get some curls, a little bit more water. And then just some waves. And the texture on the paper helps too, because it, adds a little bit of texture. You can also do, I'm going to lighten this up here for a second in a minute. You can also do modeling paste, molding paste, texture paste down in the hair and then paint, which I love doing. All right, now I'm going to rinse this brush off. I'm going to tap off the majority. And I want this a little lighter. So I'm going to kind of go in. Blend it a little bit. Pull some of that off. See how I kind of lit it up a little bit? Lightened it up, I mean. Words escape me. Okay. Lighten this up too. Bring it down. And when you add the water, like I said, it keeps it being able to work a little longer than straight up, because then it'll dry. Now, using watercolor paper, if you know you're going to be using any kind of water, like with the markers, you can do that. Mixed media paper, I think, is it Strathmore who just came out with the like extra mixed media paper? One of them did. I don't know offhand though. And I've not used it yet, so I don't know. So I'm just going to give her like some kind of swoopy bangs. Kind of like that. And of course, you let it dry. You can add more. Maybe I'll do some sparkles over it or something like that. But I'm digging it. I'm not hating on it. You know what I'm going to do while I'm here is rinse that and leave this dry out. Because I've obviously not done that. And then you can go over and you can add glitter in here. Do whatever. You can use paper for her dress. And what I do like to do, I don't even know if that's proper English. I'm going to take a gel pen. And I'm going to see if I can get in here just a little bit to whiten. Whiten this up. I'll just add a little white here. And then I like to add highlights in the eyes. Because like if the light's hitting, you can add highlights in the, the lips if you want. And just kind of smear it, tack it down, pat it down. You want to do highlights, whatever you want. But yeah, so that's what I want to do there. And that's about it for the Odd Girl. Very quick, well, quick and easy. It took me like 20 minutes, I guess, if I really had to sit and do it. But 30 minutes we're on video. And that's what she looks like. And like I said, she's odd because her lips are, they go up and up like that because that's how I draw. Unless I really sit and, map everything out. Her eyes are different. It doesn't matter. The point is that I got a cute little girl here done. Now I can go in and put a little, if I wanted to, go in with this paint with a little bit of water, or water, whatever, and give her cheeks, little blush, whatever. I can use paper, scrap of paper to do out her skirt or her dress, or I can do paint, whatever I want. So let me know what you guys think. I love doing these. I didn't necessarily do eyebrows. You can if you want, but I'm not going to on this one. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you just found me, click that subscribe button down below and the bell next to it if you want to see the kind of videos that I put up. I put up all kinds. And then you'll get notified if you click that bell when I upload. And yeah, that's about it. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battles somebody else is fighting. I love you guys. I adore you guys. I just can't get enough of you guys. And I will see you guys in my next video. Remember, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And progress, not perfection. That's what this is. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.